Yachts For Sale YouTube channel, opening a window into the world of yacht brokerage, and today looking at a yacht that is for sale, the Moonen Martinique. You may recall that I have filmed a few videos with Moonen, ranging from a tour of their shipyard to a full walkthrough video of their new Moonen 110. The 110 is for sale. It's available right now. But in this video, I'll be telling you about a yacht that is being built by Moonen that is also for sale, but won't be finished until April 2025. And this one is a Moonen Martinique. The Moonen Martinique is probably the most successful model that the Shipyard have ever released. The Shipyard have already delivered 4 of them. Brigadoon, that was delivered in 2018 and went on to win the World Superyacht Award in 2019. Kokoro, that was delivered in 2020. Botai in 2021. And Cocoon in 2023. You may remember that Cocoon was the yacht that I showed in construction in this video. The owner had asked to extend the yacht before delivery, and Moonen did in fact accommodate that request. That led me to using a thumbnail about stretching a super yacht. I visited the shipyard just a few weeks ago and was happy to see another 2 Moonen Martiniques also in construction. You may know that every vessel being built by a shipyard has a shipyard number, and these were numbers 203 and 204. I should state that 203 and 204 are already sold, and in fact there were some notable differences between them as Moonen customised the yachts to the requests of their owners. However, yard number 205 is available for sale, and in my opinion represents such a great opportunity that I just had to feature it on this YouTube channel. Moonen YN 205 is still in the very early stages of construction, but I don't want to go into too much detail about that just yet, since I've filmed an entire video about it that shall be published very soon. More about that in a moment, but just let me tell you something about the Martinique model itself. First of all, the basic specs. The yacht shall be 37.4 metres long, have a beam of 8 metres, a draft of 2.15 metres, and a range of 4,000 nautical miles at 10 knots. She shall be fitted with Caterpillar C32 engines, has a maximum speed of 17 knots, and I know this is important to so many viewers of this channel, she has a steel hull and an aluminium superstructure. She has an impressive volume of 345 gross tons, and I'd remind viewers that the gross tonnage of a yacht is in fact an expression of volume, not of weight. To give some context to that, let's take a look at other yachts on the market of a similar size. The San Lorenzo SD 126 is ever so slightly longer at 37.95 metres, but has a gross tonnage of 314. I should also add that it is built from composite construction and has the same top speed of 17 knots. The Azimuth Grande, on the other hand, also built from composite, has a length of 37.6 metres, so very similar, but a gross tonnage of 299. In compensation, she does have a top speed of 23 knots. If you look at Ferretti Group, they produce a very beautiful product called the Custom Line 37. It's actually 37.04 metres in length and has a gross tonnage of 290 and a top speed of 16.5 knots. Again, built from composite. Finally, the New Marine 37 XP is an almost identical length and, interestingly, an identical gross tonnage of 345. This yacht has a steel hull and is considered an explorer yacht. She has a top speed of 14 knots and a range of 5,000 nautical miles at 10 knots. Two things I want to say about this. First of all, I'm not saying that any of those yachts that I've mentioned aren't great yachts. They are, but they're different. When you buy a yacht, you really need to know what it is that you're looking for, whether that is speed, range, deck space, or interior volume. But in assessing whether you're getting value for money, the gross tonnage measurement has some significance, since it refers to the interior volume of the yacht. That's where the engines are, the machinery, the cabinetry, the galley, water toy storage. Deck space is of course important, but it's not as expensive to create deck space as it is to create interior space, as it is to create gross tonnage. So always take gross tonnage into account when you are considering a yacht purchase. The other thing I want to say is that I really enjoyed researching all of that. So if you would like to see more yacht comparisons, or if there are any specific yacht models you would like me to compare, let me know in the comments below. Back to the Martinique though. Having established that it compares very favourably with other similarly sized yachts with regards to volume and performance, both range and top speed, let's take a look at the layout of this still in construction yacht. The sun deck, as you can see, is designed to have a sunbathing area aft, although you can have a hot tub there if you prefer. There should be a sheltered lounge area, a bar and a dining area. You can get an idea of the size of the sun deck from this footage of a sister ship. The bridge deck will of course house the bridge with a captain's cabin aft, and will also have a sky lounge. In spite of that large interior volume I mentioned earlier, the deck space here is considerable, with a large dining table and sunbathing area on the aft deck, and a seating area forward of the bridge too. Once again, here is some footage of a sister ship to give you an idea of the size. Moving down to the main deck, and we find an owner's stateroom forward with a large bed facing aft. There will be a galley positioned to port and aft of the owner's stateroom, and a large salon too. I have a rendering of the planned design for the yacht that is in construction now. The aft deck here is envisaged to have tables and chairs as you would imagine for this area. Finally, below deck you can see that a good sized area has been dedicated to the crew, and this is something that Moonen really do pride themselves on. There are 3 cabins here, so if you consider the captain's cabin on the bridge deck, you'll be looking at a crew of 7 for this vessel. Then there are 4 guest staterooms, for which I also have some renderings. The engine room and a large tender garage. Now, if all goes according to plan, I shall be publishing a video showing you details of how this yacht is being built within the next few days on the Yacht Builders channel, really digging deep into the construction techniques of the shipyard, but also explaining why it is so important to step into a construction project such as this sooner rather than later. As soon as that video is uploaded, I'll add the link to the description of this video, and I'll announce it on the community tab too. The last announcement that I made on the community tab was to wish you all a happy new year, something that I'm happy to do now in person. 2024 promises to be a very exciting year for this channel, for the Yachts For Charter channel, and the Yacht Builders YouTube channel too. And if you don't know why, I can only assume that you haven't subscribed to the Inside Info newsletter that I sent out last week. I'll be sending many more newsletters in 2024, so I'll put a link below for you to subscribe to that email. It's an opportunity for me to tell you about things that are happening in the industry and with my YouTube channels that I don't mention here. So make sure you subscribe to that along with all of the other channels, and I look forward to bringing you lots of great yachting content in 2024. And at the risk of repeating ourselves, let's do some fireworks, doves flying into the air, something to say a happy new year to everybody.